team. Sorry, no, that's good. It is 5:30. We have a quorum and we know that Melissa is returning. Hopefully Pete will join us shortly,
I'm just getting some water.
but you can't leave the room because we don't have a quorum. So our first order of business is to accept the minutes from our dedicated New Year's Eve regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Great. Visitor comments, there's nobody here in person, so is there anybody online that would like to raise anything that is not currently on the agenda?
Perfect.
All right, hearing none. Ferry service update. I have not heard anything from Peter. I did finally write the letter that I promised that I would write, and I copied you all on it.
That was a well.
And I thought it was a great letter.
Thank you.
And let's hope we get a new ferry sometime in our lifetime.
Look like she got ChatGPT already.
I haven't
See,
caught on
we're
to
so
this.
cynical.
I haven't caught on to how to do that
Spent a
well.
week putting that
I
letter
know.
together.
I know, that's not fair. It had that type of quality. though.
Well, I'm just a robot. I just. Okay, I do not have an update beyond what I gave last time. Anything on?
Just that Mert on the last meeting asked, if we had some sort of schedule for completion of the Up Island. The completion is July, estimated to be July. They're gonna finish.
Any questions for Steve on Up Island Public Safety
Why
Garage?
do you get the stupid shed for the cemetery?
I never even heard of that. That's kind of irritating when that happens.
Yeah.
But
We had told them, the committee, we got their approval before
which committee?
the Up Island.
Maybe that happened prior to me
Oh, yeah.
taking it
And
over.
so this has been over a year in progress.
Okay.
But just so you know, we do have permission from them, that they said that we had plenty of space.
Oh, we do. I just hadn't heard. All right, we're going.
It's good.
Imagine.
We're going.
All good. Okay, upcoming,
Steve, I have one question for you, maybe for you and Janet together. So with the library having a plumbing issue this morning, which,
We had to replace the pump.
well, so kind of, it lumps in a little bit with, we had talked a while back about the facilities manager position for the health center being taken over by Tom. And how Steve, you pointed out that it was starting to, the scope of it had started to change. We were supposed to kind of go back and figure out a new job description or get someone together to decide what really the role is gonna be. That seems like a moment for me to once again remind that I really think we should consider that role to be more than just the health center. Clearly, we could use one, but also I'm wondering if we have done that. If we can have like any more development on what Tom's role formally is, or
Is he on the screen? No, Jordy is, because I think he feels like his role is done, whereas you all said until December 31st.
Yeah, it was a 3-month.
Well, I told him I was looking at it till June 30th. So until he hears from the board that that is something that you want him to do, he begs off of it.
well, I think,
didn't he say he wanted to, and then he left, and then he came back, and then,
Well, that's because he
Was
was
this not
gonna take a
conveyed
different
in-
job.
Did he not take that job?
No, he's still with us.
Oh, well,
Chief, where have you been? Oh, yeah,
well,
British Virgin Islands.
was that a last week or last?
at least at the center.
it wasn't updated at a
Couple
recent
weeks.
meeting, but no.
Okay, anyway, all right, good.
So, so I think we should look into that and figure out what exactly we're doing with this position, and it seems like we would be wise if we took both our guys away to go do all of the library if we, had one.
It had to be done by hand, for one thing,
Sure.
because there were parts down there and pipes and things. I said to JT, oh, can I get someone with a backhoe? He said, no,
Right.
because that would destroy something in that area, so,
Yeah,
which they did accomplish.
right,
Right, but I think to Pete's point, as we enter the budgeting season, I mean, I think it would be helpful either from Tom or, I'm fine having it come from you to just, you know, kind of give a review of what we learned from that, what we still need, and so that we can have a thoughtful discussion about what the staffing should look like to meet all of the facility needs, yeah.
Well, we haven't really talked about all the facility needs, I mean.
Well, right, I mean, we
Tom.
tried, but
Did you
I
have a
think, I
meeting?
think we tried to, I think we tried to bring up meetings here about the importance of, you know, our aging facilities and how we have multiple facilities and new ones being brought up, and we should examine.
I don't think a project manager would have discovered this pump today. I mean, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm kind of indicating, it sounds like we could have, you know, had we had a maintenance person on, like a municipal maintenance person on staff. When this occurred, we could have called them instead of JT. We probably could have maybe had them at least take a cursory look at it, see if they could have.
Unless they were a plumber.
I mean, I can look at the toilet until it's plugged up, I'm not a plumber, you know?
Right, so the point I think is, maybe for the next meeting, that
Can I interject?
we should put it on this schedule or on the agenda to have a discussion on this. To see if
I think
there's
so.
all right, I'm fine, we should talk about it.
I think that we should invite Tom and Jordy, that way if there is.
Can I interject on what happened today?
Sure. Sure, yes.
Okay, so last night I was texted that there was an issue where the plumbing, the toilet in the basement was backfeeding. So I went and looked at it this morning because I obviously wasn't going to be able to contact anybody last night. So I looked at it this morning, determined that there was an issue with a backflow that indicated my first indication was a full septic. Contacted Cliff and Laura. They said they just pumped it out in in the fall, so unlikely. Checked the septic pump. Well, we checked the breaker. The breaker was not snapping back and forth appropriately, called an electrician. An electrician came, changed the breaker out. That didn't solve the problem. We contacted JT, who determined that the pump was frozen, like dead frozen. And that's what tripped the breaker and burnt out the breaker. And so we replaced the pump, and he's determined that this pump has not been active for a period of time in which the pipe was now jammed. So Tom and I had to dig a hole to get that cover out. So in essence, having a building manager or having knowledge of plumbing would not have prevented this.
All right,
Thank
so thank
you,
you.
Jordy. It sounds like it was a problem that was solved through teamwork, and it sounds like it was handled appropriately. So thank you for walking us through what happened. Any other?
No.
Okay. Upcoming meetings and subcommittee reports, planning board, January 26th.
Carrie, do you have something?
I do. I didn't hear if you already did an update on the public safety renovation.
We did it.
Okay.
Oh, why did they try? I don't have an update.
You have a question?
I do have an update. Laura and Michael came by, I think it was late last week, and I helped them do some remeasuring of the facility, and they're working on alternatives for layout. No.
Thank you, Carrie. Okay, just a reminder, we have a Zoom meeting with the auditor on January 28th at 1:30.
And what does that do?
It basically is just an opportunity, we received the audit. It's just an opportunity to ask any questions, or just figured it's good practice to, you know, hear
Okay.
from them if there are things specifically that they would highlight for us.
Good, I just didn't know.
Yep. Any other subcommittee reports? Hearing none. Janet, town manager's report.
I've given you the November 2025 Housing Committee minutes. December 25 draft Harbor Committee minutes. Under correspondence, I received an email on the 7th of January from Philo Hutchison regarding replacing Betty Johnson's seat on the Waldo County Commissioners, and I believe he might have sent it all to you all also. Oh, okay, well, I included it in here. And a letter on 13th of January from Barbara Arsenault, Waldo County Clerk, on the Paxton District 1 Commissioner Betty Johnson, and explaining that Governor Mills will appoint a new replacement. January 12th had a letter that Shay sent, I've included what she'd sent to you, that Daniel Benoit and Bill Geary following their December meeting out here. For handouts, I have Bar Harbor Wealth Management sub-accounting through December 31st, 2025. To my report, I had a phone call on the 13th from Waldo County Commissioner Kevin Kelly about he and Sheriff Jason Trundy coming out some afternoon, but not on a Thursday, to visit with the select board and anyone else. If this is what you wish, that's how he phrased it, you know, they're not gonna come out here if you don't feel there's a need for them, but they wanted to come out and preferably in the afternoon so they can get off on the last ferry. They could come on maybe at 1 o'clock or 2.
What do they want to come out for?
And talk about Waldo County and the budget probably, and anything else you have to ask them.
Don't they have to, aren't they voting on the budget on the 18th?
I haven't seen the latest budget email.
The last thing that I got, they're planning on voting on it. I thought it was the 18th.
I saw something that said it was postponed.
Yeah.
indefinitely.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
so
that's one
too.
will be,
Yeah, I thought it had been,
because they won't do it on the Sunday.
And that was, I think that was from Barbara, so I can check back and see what that email said. So I didn't get a sense if there was a date.
But do we have anything to talk to them about other than the budget? I mean, the sheriff's coming, that's kind of a,
Well, the two of them want to come together.
The sheriff, amongst the major reasons why they had proposed the 36% increase in the budget had to do with
better correction.
corrections and
Well, I saw that,
and
yeah.
all of that, and their benefit packages and so on. And it was, a lot of it was that.
I'm not opposed to having, I mean, it would be helpful to get a sense of if there's anything particular that they want to talk about so that we can be as prepared as possible, but I think, you know, given the amount of money that we pay to Waldo County every year, it doesn't hurt to have a conversation and just get to understand each other's concerns more. And if there's a way that that can translate to more services coming to us from Waldo County, all the better.
I think it's absolutely for that reason. It also, when they had these public hearings about the budget, there was no way you could participate virtually, and they were at 6 o'clock in the evening, so unless you slept there, you couldn't attend. And
Do you want to, if budget hasn't been, you want them to come over if the budget hasn't passed?
No, I think it'd be good for them to come over either way.
I agree.
So.
we should at least understand what we're getting for the $500,000.
Huh? $500,000.
That's what it is.
What's the budget?
No, that's just
That's
for
our
opioids.
share.
Oh, no.
No, it's more than
So
that.
It's a lot more than that.
We almost were $1 million last year,
All right,
so.
well, then maybe that's the increase.
It's more than that.
I don't know what the percentage, he did say that they're taking the percentage down, but I think he might say 15%.
Yeah, it was 17 or
So
15,
again, I
17.
don't think it's finalized,
Okay.
so.
I mean, just looking at days like Friday, the 23rd or Friday, the 30th, would either of those days work to suggest as days they could come out?
I'm sure I'm traveling.
What did he say? Make sure you're traveling?
You gonna caddy, Steve?
I'm sorry, the 28th, you said?
I'm just throwing up.
23rd or 30th?
Cause it'll all be before 4:30. And so they need
Right.
to meet at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, hold on, I gotta,
Um,
like next week?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was suggesting earlier, just so that there, in case there is a chance that the budget would not have passed. But
I can do the 23rd.
I will make time for anything. Cause I wanna look him in the eye and ask him why he thinks he deserves $20,000 extra a year.
Well,
He's an elected official, yeah, and that's what he's putting in for his own personal raise, and then $10,000 for lieutenants and corporals going down and through, instead of just a cost of living raise or anything else, so I will be there with bells on, and if they have something to speak about other than budget, I think that it's important to,
What are the dates? 23rd and the
That's a Friday.
Yeah.
yeah, they're both would be Fridays. 23rd or 30th.
So I will start with the 23rd, and do we want to say have them come on the 2 o'clock,
no, I think our meeting needs to start around 2 o'clock, so I'd send them out on the,
1 o'clock period?
Yeah.
All right, so then they can leave on the 3:30.
Yeah.
We don't need.
It's a shame we can't do it the same day we're doing the audit. If
I mean, we could do it that day too, if
She
you wanna
could
spend
talk to
all day
them.
on fun stuff.
they can in the morning, then we could have. I mean, I'm just trying to limit the,
You're trying to do it all.
I mean, you give me a bed up here, Chad.
I'll find one.
That's fine, if they wanted, I mean, that would be fine with me, if they wanted to meet at like 9, come over on like the
Yeah,
10 o'clock and go back on the 12:30 or something.
Mhm.
That would be fine, on the 28th.
28th.
I will make any time work.
All right, so I shall start with, well, the 23rd is before the 28th. So,
There you go, Chad, that's why we,
Pete and I
Yeah,
are
keep going.
volunteering to cater the lunch.
I would like, just a thought out there, if they are coming out and they wanna talk about budget, I think it'd be beneficial if we had Brian in the meeting with us. Even if he doesn't speak, just so that he can hear what's going on, he's the one that has his finger on the pulse of all of our money. And then, since Fred's back in service, do we think it'd be a good idea to also have him? I think so, because he's the one who knows what agreements we have with Waldo County and with the jail, with the DA and different things like that. I know that there's different handshake agreements that he might have about whether we book people, whether we don't book people, how we transport. And so that way we can just help get all of it worked in together.
so what date are we striving for? And do you want me to start with the
Maybe the
23rd?
morning
Or you
of
want
the,
that
the
20th?
morning of the 28th. we can
Okay.
Do that.
So if they can't do that, they can't
And
do,
we'll do to Chay's 23rd or the 30th.
so that's number 2. All right, number 1 is the 10 o'clock. Well, 10
we should
o'clock
also
there.
put together an agenda for them too. We're asking, we should, a couple talking points, like.
Yeah.
Increase, whatever.
Okay.
I prefer to one side. That's,
Well,
is there the ones that call?
we don't have to share. We don't have to share the agenda.
No, we don't.
At least we know what we want to know.
Oh, I have talking points.
Good, why don't you
We
distribute?
might do this virtually then.
All right, and anything else for Janet?
No, we're moving
Are you,
on.
did you say you,
I'm
No,
just
in
go
person.
with the meeting flow.
okay, but
Yeah.
did you say, I mean, did you?
No, no, no.
want this
No.
Zoom?
No,
No, okay.
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it should be posted, you know, if it's gonna be a select board meeting, it should be posted, yeah.
Yeah, and I would call it a workshop again. with-
Yeah.
All right, one other thing I was gonna mention. Billy Shore Drive, that stabilization project is complete except for the spring landscaping, so,
Great.
yeah.
Thank goodness. I
Okay,
was so worried about that one.
Yeah.
You were?
any other
300.
questions for No correspondence, no other business, no new business. Pete,
I have a question, I didn't know when the truly appropriate time to ask it was. I think it's an interesting coincidence that we have this contact from the Waldo County Sheriff right now. I'm curious if what our situation currently is with public safety in town, either law enforcement or EMS, because I know they're both closely related. And I've been getting asked a lot of questions in town by people all over the place as to, like, what is our statement on whatever's going on? And I know that sounds like it was an HR issue, not much to be said. But we're, a week past when we were told he was back on duty and. it
Yeah,
appears
and that
he's
was
still on.
I probably overspoke at that point because things didn't go as I had planned, so I think,
So he's
another-
not back?
no. No, another week or so, I'm waiting to hear back from someone who's gonna do something, but I can't get into it, it is a
No.
personnel issue.
No, I understand that. It feels like one of these moments where like, it's been visible to people all over that something's been going on. And it seems like.
I wish
we
you
should take
would
it-
call me, you
Well,
can
it's
tell
not-
them.
I just happened to see Facebook just now, they're like, the cruiser hasn't moved again, somebody said, just put that,
I mean.
It's
yeah.
right out here. and-
I know, it's a-
I'm not
Not
bringing this,
even snow.
you have too much time if you're watching
I'm
that.
not bringing this up as in an attempt, because I feel like my stance on our law enforcement needs are pretty well documented over the past 20 years of my life out here, and not wanting more, being pretty content with what we have. And while I wouldn't really want to expand it, I do fully recognize the value of having a system in place, that we can go on. And I'm just wondering if we, like, what our plan going forward is. Do we have any kind of a timeline about this? Do we?
I can't put a specific time, I wish I could say a specific date. But for now, people, if there's a problem, they have to call Waldo County. Like it says on the machine, I think, if it's an emergency and no one's there, dial 911 or Waldo. If it's not an emergency, call Waldo 338-2040. I mean, that's been on Fred's machine for a long time, so.
Right.
And Jeannie is kind of in, see Fred back. Good. If I know, when I hear something, I will let you know, but
Thank you.
I just can't. If he chooses to talk to anybody, which, that's fine, that's him.
All very mysterious.
well, I mean, it's nice to have Waldo County, support, and it will be good to have a conversation with them too, to express our appreciation on that front.
So what did we decide the statement from the board is when we were asked? Because before I was quoting the email that you sent that said, nope, he's back to full service.
Have him call me and I will answer it.
Well, he's on administrative,
He's still on administrative leave.
administrative leave.
Right. Do we want to have,
Not to.
You're not lying when you tell somebody that you thought he was coming back.
no, it was Janet told me that he's back to full service because I
Well, it was a
literally just
mistake
had.
on my part.
No, and that's fine, but I literally just had the conversation this morning at community lunch. And now I feel like a complete ass
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
because I'm not given correct information. So
Yep.
that's fine.
Garbage in.
Absolutely it is.
It's just important to be clear. So I think we obviously cannot have all of the information, but it is helpful to make sure if there is an updated status that it can be provided as soon as possible so that we all feel prepared to answer in whatever way we can, recognizing that as members of the select board, that people will reach out to us and we can say, contact Janet, but
I've had
it's,
not one call, so this is what always surprised me. I don't read Facebook, I don't see all your things that you write or
I don't read much at all anymore, actually. I'm pretty impressed. Read.
I agree.
I mean, if they came, if we could get people here to say things in person, that would be
I know.
fantastic too. That's why I'm here and not commenting on Facebook anymore, so.
That'll be lovely.
But here we are, so, we approving the warrant, is that the next step?
Is that a motion?
So motion to approve FY 26-15.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
And next up is to formally appoint the ad hoc committee that we discussed at our last meeting. Members for this appointment are John King, Gabe Pendleton, Dave Dyer, Peter Wilcox, and Brian Bohannon of Islesboro. Do I have a motion for those appointments?
So I thought, should you read second?
Peter Wilcox.
I thought you wanted to be.
Oh, I just wanted to be kept in the loop about it. No, there's, no,
Well, I wanted to be just in the loop.
that wouldn't be a beneficial appointment for me.
Do I have a motion for
I hope
this?
they don't need an ex officio. Hope they're not
Second.
gonna be running along, you
Aye.
know?
Second, aye.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and I have no further comments tonight.
Nope. None from me.
Peter?
No.
Melissa? All right, motion to adjourn.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, we beat the 30 minutes.
If only we hadn't been here for an hour before.